Now we are going to calculate the intensity of electric field at a point due to a dipole on its equatorial line. So here is I am going to select a point P on the equatorial line of an electric dipole. Here is the center of the dipole, and you know this is the length of the dipole 2L, of course. This is the length of the dipole, which is 2L. Now here, as a point on equatorial line will be symmetrically located from each charge. So the distance of that particular point from either of the charges remains the same. Let me suppose it is R, and the common notation, the distance of the point on the equatorial line from the center is D. Of course this is L and this is L, you know that. This is Q, whose magnitude is here also Q, plus Q and minus Q charges. Now usually the intensity of electric field at a particular point is the net force experienced by unit positive charge. Of course, here let me tell you one more technique to calculate the electric field intensity at a point either on axial line or on equatorial line. Let me tell you one more concept, one more method. Earlier I have explained using the concept of force. Even we can explain using the concept of field intensity due to a point charge, which you have learnt already. So two methods are there. Using force concept you can derive, using field intensity due to a point charge concept also you can derive. Earlier force concept I told you, here also it will be like that. Due to this positive charge there is repulsion, F1. Due to this negative charge there is an attractive force, F2, in this way. Now we go for the resultant of F1 and F2 on writing equations for force experienced by 1 coulomb of positive charge at that point. Apart from this, using field due to point charge concept also, I can explain that field intensity at this point due to the dipole. Let me explain that, you see. See, at this point you wish to know electric field intensity. Due to this point charge, this is point charge of the dipole, which is Q. There will be electric field intensity at this point, which is directed away, you take it as E1. Because due to the positive charge at a point away from the charge. Here due to the negative charge, electric field intensity at this point will be towards the charge, E1 and E2. The net electric field intensity at that point will be equal to E equal to the vector sum of E1 and E2, vector sum. See how interesting. There also you can take due to the point charge E1 and E2, and you can take a net electric field intensity there also. Of course, if you wish to calculate, you go with the force concept. I am supposing here unit positive charge. Anything will be same. There is no doubt in that. So now here little more mathematics. Here is the axis of the dipole. Here is to write values of E1 and E2, little more mathematics. As it is symmetrically located, here it is an angle theta, suppose, and this will be angle theta. Rather than that, one more point, this is equatorial line, and here we should know the angle between E1 bar and E2 bar. To go for this resultant, we should know the angle between E1 bar and E2 bar, so that rather than supposing angle theta here, which is not useful to us, the supposition of this angle is not helpful to us for the calculation purpose. So let me suppose this angle made by this line joining the point to the charge with axis is theta. When I suppose this, then I can suppose this theta easily. That's the reason why here theta will not be helpful to us. So let me suppose theta here. Next, here, as it is symmetrically located, this angle also will be theta. And this angle is theta, this angle will be theta. Means the angle between E1 bar and E2 bar will be 2 theta. So that while calculating net electric field intensity at that point, modulus of E1 bar plus E2 bar, your equation will be square root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2E1 E2 cos theta, means angle between E1 bar and E2 bar is the equation. But before doing that calculation, we should write the values of E1 and E2. So what is E1? E1 is electric field intensity at this point due to this positive charge, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square. This is R. But here R square equal to D square plus L square. So I can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by D square plus L square, which is R square. Similarly, E2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square, and remains same 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by D square plus L square. So E1 equal to E2, they are equal in magnitude. Let us suppose for some time this is X and this is X for some time. Therefore, net electric field intensity at that point square root of X square plus X square plus 2X into X, which are equal in magnitude, 2X square into cos 2 theta. Little more simplification. Square root of, here X square plus X square, 2X square, this 2X square, take it as common. Then here 1 is left and here cos 2 theta is left. Then this is equal to square root of 2x square into 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta is the trigonometric value. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. Then ultimately here your equation is 2x cos theta is the net field intensity. So I am writing here. So the electric field intensity at that point P at a point on equatorial line will be 2x cos theta, means 2 into x value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by D square plus L square into cos theta. This is important. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, means L by R. This is an important equation. L by R. Now this is equal to E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, let me write here, 2 into L, let me join, into Q by, here is interesting point, R value, R equal to here, D square plus L square over square root. Shall I write here? R equal to D square plus L square whole power 1 by 2, R value, because of this right angle triangle equation. Then here, it is a D square plus L square into D square plus L square whole power 1 by 2. So this will be D square plus L square whole power 3 by 2 is the final equation. The electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial line will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2L into Q. Of course, I can write it as P by D square plus L square whole power 3 by 2. But here also you can put the condition that if D is far greater than L, then it is E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2L into Q, you can write it as P. D far greater than L, L square can be avoided, D square whole power 3 by 2, 2 cancelled, D cube. This is the So the electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by D cube. Earlier on axial line, if you have taken a point at a distance D from the center of the dipole, it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2P by D cube. But here if at a same distance you have taken on equatorial line, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by D cube. That's what the comparison you need to do. But of course, the electric field intensity E1 bar plus E2 bar will have a direction because E equal to E1 bar plus E2 bar. But here is an interesting point. You see, E1 and E2 are equal in magnitude. whenever the two vectors are equal in magnitude, then their resultant will bisect the angle between them. I repeat, the two vectors E1 bar and E2 bar are of equal magnitudes. Then the resultant direction will be bisecting the angle between the two vectors. Means E1 bar, E2 bar are at an angle 2 theta. Then the resultant will be at an angle theta, bisecting the angle between them. So this will be. So here is the direction of electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial line. Here is means, here it is in that way. Means what? You look at this. This is theta, and this is theta. So that you can say the direction of electric field intensity at the point on equatorial line is parallel to the axis of the dipole. An interesting point, important point. I repeat, any point you choose on the axial line of an electric dipole, the electric field intensity directed along the axis of the dipole and is directed from negative to positive, which is the direction of P bar, electric dipole moment. Now, if any point you have taken on equatorial line of an electric dipole, the field intensity at that point will be parallel to the axis. Parallel to the axis, but opposite to the dipole moment. Dipole moment is directed from negative to positive, but you see it is directed from positive to negative parallel to the dipole. Means this E bar and this P bar are anti-parallel, simply to see, anti-parallel. This is very important point because you see here is an electric dipole, you suppose for some time. Here is an electric dipole. This is equatorial line. At this point you have taken point P, at this point. Then what about field intensity? At this point on equatorial line will be parallel to axis of the dipole, but directed from here. Look at this, positive to negative means anti-parallel to dipole moment, means like this. And dipole moment vector is in this way, but this time it will be here. At this point, you know, this is the direction of field intensity at this point. Of course, at that particular point, tangentially you can explain at that particular point. Similarly, here also. Here, the other side. You may expect if you have taken point on the other side, then what is the direction of electric field intensity at this point? Can you expect? Can you expect at this point? Can you expect? Very simple. This is in this way, and due to this negative charge in this way, so certainly the resultant will be in this way. Sir, how sir? At this point, if it is in this way, at this point it will not be in this way. No, that is what you need to understand, very important. The direction of electric field at a point on the equatorial line will be directed from positive to negative along the tangential direction. This is very important. Positive to negative, like this. This is very, very, very important. Okay? Of course, anti-parallel to dipole moment, because the dipole moment is directed from negative to positive. But you see field intensity on the equatorial line is directed from positive to negative tangentially. Look at this. Sir, no sir, my dipole is in this way. Hope you are understanding. My dipole is in this way. This is plus and this is minus. Then this is equatorial line. At this point I have taken P. Then how will be the field intensity? Yes. Here is a dipole moment vector, negative to positive, dipole moment vector. Then at this point it is opposite. Hope you got clarity. So don't think that a horizontal line is axial line, vertical line is equatorial line. Don't think that. A line joining the two charges of the electric dipole passing through the center is axial line. So here in this case, this is axial line and this is equatorial line. At this point, electric field intensity direction, if you want, of course, this is D. Distance of the point from the center is D. Then equation is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by D cube. But direction is against dipole moment vector. Dipole moment vector is negative to positive. At that point, field intensity is in this way. This is very important. Direction of electric field intensity at a point on equatorial line, at a point on axial line is very, very important. Don't neglect the direction. Apart from remembering the formula or the equation for the magnitude, try to concentrate on the directions of electric field due to an electric dipole at a point on its axial line, at a point on its equatorial line. This is a concept. Once note down. Once look at the board. So you have learned the intensity of electric field at a point on its axial line and also on the equatorial line of the dipole. But if the point is beyond them, see somewhere else your point is located and the distance of the point from the center of the dipole is D. Of course, it is located at an angle theta with axis of the dipole. So usually in coordinate geometry, in coordinate system, we take two coordinates, one is x coordinate and another one is y coordinate to locate a point in the plane, x comma y, which is the ordered pair. But usually there is another technique of locating a point in the plane as the combination of distance and angle. The distance of the particular point from the fixed point and the angle made by the line joining the particular point to the fixed point with the reference axis, that is theta. So using distance and angle combination, you can locate a point in the plane. Of course, they are known as polar coordinates. X comma y, they are simply coordinates, but these are all polar coordinates. Even you can say x comma y locating a point using two distances, nothing but Cartesian coordinates even. Cartesian coordinates. But here combination of distance and angle to locate a point which is polar coordinates. Suppose for example, my point is on equatorial line. Yes, I can locate with theta equal to 90 degrees. My point is on axial line. Yes, I can locate with theta equal to 0 degrees, like that. You may get the doubt, sir, till now you have taken here plus, here minus, suddenly why you have come here minus, here plus, nothing is there. Anything, however it you can take. But only the thing it is, as the electric dipole moment directed from negative to positive, and here is the line joining the point to the center of the dipole. To express angle between them conveniently, I have given like this. Now once look at this. So you wish to calculate the electric field intensity at that point, whose polar coordinates are d comma theta. Then, yes, here what to do it is, you see this is a dipole moment vector directed from negative to positive of an electric dipole. And this P bar is making an angle theta with this line joining the particular point to the center of the dipole. Now here it is an interesting point. Your P bar can be taken into two components. One is P cos theta along this line and another one is the perpendicular component P sin theta. Hope you are familiar with vector resolution. When P bar is the dipole moment vector at an angle theta, then P cos theta and P sin theta are the vector components of your dipole moment. Means you are finding here two dipoles. How many dipoles? Two dipoles. Apart from your original dipole, keep it aside. Keep it aside. Your given dipole can be replaced with two dipoles. One is of dipole moment P cos theta, another one is of dipole moment P sin theta. Don't say there are three dipoles. Don't say, it is misconcept. Your given dipole moment vector P bar is the combination of, is a vector combination of two dipoles of P cos theta and P sin theta. So that here, now your point falls on, your particular point falls on the dipole of moment P cos theta on its axial line only. If this is the dipole of moment p cos theta directed in this way, you can expect here negative charge and here positive charge you can expect, because the dipole moment vector directed from negative charge to positive charge. Negative to positive. So you can expect there is an electric dipole of moment p cos theta and my point is located here, which is the axis of the dipole of moment p cos theta. Hope you have understood. My given dipole is replaced with two dipoles. One is of moment p cos theta, another one is of moment p sin theta. Now my particular point where to find field intensity falls on the axis of the dipole of moment p cos theta. Here your particular point lies on axial line of the dipole of moment p cos theta. At the same time, it is on the equatorial line of the dipole of moment p sin theta only, because I told you your dipole is replaced by two dipoles of moment p cos theta and p sin theta. Now your particular point P, your particular point falls on the axis of the dipole of moment p cos theta, but on the equatorial line for this dipole, this will be equatorial line for this dipole. P sin theta for this dipole, this will be equatorial line. That's why this point P falls on equatorial line of P sin theta. Now coming to the point, due to the dipole of moment P cos theta, the electric field intensity at this point is E1, which is E1 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2 P cos theta by d cube, because at a point on axial line 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2p by d cube. But here P is P cos theta because this point is on the axial line of dipole of moment P cos theta. Now, this point also lies on equatorial line of the dipole of moment P sin theta. When the point lies on equatorial line, the direction of dipole moment will be against but parallel to, anti-parallel to P bar. This is P bar direction. So this is how. That is how. Because this is P sin theta direction, dipole moment direction. So at this point on equatorial line of this dipole, this will be anti-parallel. So E2 is equal to, let me write this is E2. E2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P sin theta by dq. Now the net field intensity will be the vector resultant of E1 bar and E2 bar. Now coming to this E1 bar and E2 bar, you are finding both are perpendicular to each other because these two are rectangular components. So that your resultant is root of E1 square plus E2 square. Now simplify this. E is equal to E1 square plus E2 square over square root. Then 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught whole square common. And here first term E1 square means 2p cos theta whole square by d power 6. Of course you write it as a d cube whole square, no problem. Plus E2 square 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught whole square taken as common already, p sin theta whole square by d cube whole square over square root. In this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught will come out of the square root, and then in the denominator d cube will come out of the square root, p square will come out of the square root, then within the bracket here it is E1 square plus E2 square. So here p square cos square theta, here p square sin square theta, but here 2p cos theta whole square. That's why it remains as 4. Yes. This remains as p square taken as a common. So this is 4 cos square theta plus sine square theta. Yes, over square root. Now the conclusion is E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into, here P square, when it comes out, you will be left with P only. Here there is a small correction. P square comes out of the square root, P will be left. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by D cube over square root here. 4 cos square theta plus sin square theta. Take 1 cos square theta. 1 cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Then 3 cos square theta is left. Then finally your equation is 1 plus 3 cos square theta. Here is the final equation. Little lengthy derivation, but better to go through it. So the intensity of electric field at this point is E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by D cube into root of 1 plus 3 cos square theta, where theta is the angle made by the line joining the point from the center of the dipole with the axis of the dipole. P is the dipole moment. D is the distance of the point from the center. Sir, no sir, my point lies on equatorial line. Yes, theta equal to 90. Then when you put theta equal to 90, you come across 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by D cube, because cos 90 degrees value 0. If you wish to take point on axial line, then put theta equal to 0. So this is how the intensity of electric field due to a dipole can be discussed. So what we have discussed in today's class, it is all about regarding electric dipole moment and its direction, and the calculation of electric field intensity due to the dipole in different situations. If the point is on axial line, if it is on equatorial line, or if it is somewhere else. So of course, in addition to that, we have introduced how do the dipole behaves in an external electric field. Now we continue, in the coming classes, we continue the behavior of a dipole in an external electric field and the couple experienced by it. And apart from that, if two dipoles are placed nearby each other, then how will be the influence of one dipole on the other dipole, which is the dipole-dipole interaction that we are going to discuss in the next class. So as early as possible, we try to conclude the electric field intensity due to the dipole concept in the next class. Okay, so this is all for today's class. Take care. Small additional point here, if you wish to know the direction of resultant field intensity at the particular point P, once look at the figure, the resultant of E1 bar and E2 bar. Look at the figure once. The resultant of E1 bar and E2 bar makes an angle alpha with E1 bar. As E1, E2 are perpendicular, you see on the right side of the board calculation at the end right side, so that tan alpha is equal to E2 by E1, because you are mentioning the angle with E1. So tan alpha is equal to E2 by E1. You have E1, E2 values already in the calculation part. So tan alpha is equal to E2 by E1 will give half into tan theta. E2 by E1 will give half into tan theta. From that equation you can calculate alpha, which explains about the direction of resultant field intensity at the particular point P due to the electric dipole. So the last equation, tan alpha equal to half into tan theta, will give the direction of resultant field intensity at that point. That's all.